So that's why I say, I don't trust the Americans.
Right. No, and that's very clear. I want to come back to this through Netanyahu and Israel.
Okay.
Do you want him to face accountability for the crimes in Gaza, the bombing, the slaughter of thousands of people?
Of course. And it is brave and right of the International Criminal Court to have indicted him. Absolutely.
And do you see him as an extension of U.S. policy in the region?
No. I see the U.S. as an extension of Netanyahu policy.
You're lucky you're Jewish. They'd call you an anti-Semite.
Well, they can call me anything they want, but I can tell you the truth.
Okay.
And I'll tell you the truth, by the way.
Go ahead.
The truth is that Netanyahu said in 1996, in a book which I recently reread called Fighting Terrorism, he laid out the whole plan. And this is, by the way, quite interesting. It's just advice to any listeners. Usually when there are terrible plans, they don't hide them. Hitler wrote Mein Kampf. And I'm not meaning to make simplistic comparisons. I'm just making the point that people say what they're going to do.
Right.
And in a different sphere, and again, please don't misunderstand, because every time you say one, then it's a kerfuffle that people misunderstand. But Netanyahu wrote in 1996 his plan for how he was going to make Israel safe. Brzezinski wrote in 1997 a different book called The Grand Chessboard of how he was going to make the United States the world's unipolar power. So they write the story, and you can go back and evaluate. Did they know what they're talking about? Are they full of BS? Did they cause a lot of trouble? So just on 2 points, Brzezinski in 1997 says the U.S. can expand NATO. Russia will have no choice but to accede. What's Russia going to do? Is it going to become an ally of China? No way, says Brzezinski. Okay, interesting. Didn't quite get that one, writes Big. So that's one idea.
Right.
Netanyahu has a different idea, and it's coherent, but it's kind of madness. His idea is, we captured the Palestinian lands in 1967, and we're never going to give them back. There are really two schools of thought in Israel of the extremists. I don't think Netanyahu, I don't know what his religious views are. Actually, I don't care. But anyway, he says, I'm not going to give it back because it would be unsafe for Israel to give it back. So we're just going to rule over the Palestinians. There's a second take which says we're not going to give it back because God in the year 700 BC or in the year 1000 BC